It's a fantastic morning for us at Cloud. It's taken a couple of years for us to get here, a whole lot of hard work. And in doing so, we had an opportunity to work with a great individual. I've prepared a short speech. It's going to take me about 47.3 seconds. And I'm going to start and say, Africa is a real place with real opportunities. And those opportunities can be measured. And we've got data that we've worked and received from a lot of the supplies that we have on the continent. It is through men and women who take the path least traveled that we as a continent can forge new steps to collective prosperity. We at Cloud Atlas know a man. We know a man who values self-respect, dignity, and character over ego, material wins, or glory. One thing I know about Maurice is that he understands that other people are changing, so he has to remain steadfast. And he chooses to be guided by truth, compassion, and courage. But beyond that, he embraces change by creating the need of change. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, to our esteemed guests and friends, introducing the catalyst for a need of change in Africa, a bull amongst the pretenders, and the peak of the great Kilimanjaro. Njelanhle zombini, langa eliqhathayo elingoyiswa ngamafu, mlambo ongapheli amanzi. Mayiphakame ke le nkani inabise le ndaba. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Maurice Madiba.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here this morning. It is a great privilege to stand in front of all of you. It's an even greater privilege to stand in a room where you know almost everybody's name. Actually, probably everybody's name. And it's really great because everybody has played a part in what Cloud Atlas is today. Today is not only about Cloud Atlas, but it's more about Africa. Today actually represents opening up of the African markets to investors around the world. This is something that has not happened before, and so it's a monumental milestone for Cloud Atlas to be able to stand up here today and say, welcome to Africa. Africa is here. We've brought you the Big 50, and the name itself sort of started as us with Narina saying, what should we call this index? And we decided on what is Africa really known for. When people think of the African continent, they always think of the Big Five. The lion, the leopard, the buffalo, the elephant. I hope I'm not going to continue that, but and we thought to ourselves, if we could package Africa's blue chips into an ETF, into an index, then we should call it the Big 50. And that's where this name came from. On the naming conventions as well, we look at what Cloud Atlas means. Because of all the people that are in this room today, Cloud Atlas is possible. From SSP, which was the bursary that took me through high school, to Alan Gray August Foundation that funded me through university, to our shareholders, to Tizamo, who first believed in Cloud Atlas when it was just a piece of paper, and to all of the people that sat with us and that worked with us as we developed this product to what it is. And to E Squared, also, today being the 20th of April, it represents exactly 1 year since E Squared approved our funding deal. And I must tell you a funny story. If you don't believe in God, you hold after this. Because the night before, on the 19th of April last year, I fell mysteriously ill, I couldn't speak, etc., etc. And the next morning I had 2 meetings. One very important one with the FSB, and then another one with E Squared, which was going to determine the future of Cloud Atlas. So I get to the FSB at 8 o'clock, and I meet with the team, and my voice sounds like I'm being at a club the whole night. and we speak, and we engage, and I take notes. In the afternoon, I go to E Squared, and E Squared, we've been working together for a while, and I give my presentation. Again, my voice is off, so I let them know. All of the trustees were there, and I was like, listen, I'm not a heavy party animal, but I just must excuse myself. And I spoke about Cloud Atlas for literally 10 minutes and spoke about the failures that we had incurred and that I had incurred as a personal individual and the lessons that we had learned. Because it's not so much about being successful all of the time. It's really also about learning from your mistakes and your failures. And that's what Cloud Atlas has been about. So, at about 5 o'clock that day, Eastgrid gave us a call and said, Cloud Atlas, we've approved your funding, and so the business can continue. And so that combined with our shareholders, our angel investors, Tizama Africa, all of the regulators that have worked on it, the JSE product development team, who I'm very pleased to see today, and all of the traders, everyone who believes in Cloud Atlas, everyone who's in front of me today, it is a privilege to address you. It is very true that Cloud Atlas started from the bottom. Started from the bottom, how we did. And we did start in my mother's garage many years ago. And I would like to say thank you, Mother, for being very strong, for making sure I wrote my exams, getting me out the house on time, and that I can be here today to say the true value of life is when you follow your dreams and you follow your purpose and you're able to achieve that. And with everybody that is around that supports you in doing that, it makes this a reality and a truth. And so as I open up Cloud Atlas and open up African markets, I want you to know that Africa is the place to be. And you will see that in a few moments and also in the years to come. This continent has a lot of wealth. That wealth has not been unlocked. So this is our first attempt to say, let us unlock the wealth of Africa for Africans to participate in Africa's growth. And so I really want to drive that message home. It is the last frontier. All of the other markets throw shade on us and say, you guys have no liquidity, there's challenges here and there. But where others see challenges, I urge us to see the opportunity and to take that opportunity and to make the most of it. And in life, also, to realize the true value of your dream, the meaning of your life, and to search for that. And once you search for it and you find it, tirelessly, you will sweat and you will work. As I stand up here today, I probably look a little bit older, but to tell you, I'm turning 30 in July. And it's an amazing thing to be here, but all of the work that you put in when you're doing something you love, you don't even feel it. So, with that said, what Cloud Atlas means is that the actions of one generation affect the lives of the next generation. So we are taking the actions today to make Africa a better place for our children and for the generations to come. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.